Yo everybody, Shock16 back once again for the Renegade Master, back once again for another memories video. That's right, this is the third and probably last one that I'm going to be doing the memories series, for now anyway. But once again, this is in response to Lawn Boys post 1975, so yeah, if you haven't seen the original video, you can view it either in the link below in the description, or it might be on the eye icon, which is in one of the corners. I think it's on the right corner, so it'll be to my left. So I think I'm pointing to it there. If not, it's in that corner. So yeah, there's the original video anyway, if you want to view that. So the memories that we're going to be talking about today, tonight, this week on Shock's Memories series is going to be video store memories. So yeah, once again I have got my laptop with bullet point notes again. You know, just to keep me kind of on track of what I'm talking about and some things that I want to mention as I'm going through this. So yeah, the VHS store, or the video store, or whatever you want to call it. Video shop, we just used to call it video shop. The video shop, I'm British, that's what we used to call it over here. The video shop. So yeah, my parents were early adopters of the video player. Well, put it this way, I'm 35, nearly 36, and as far as I can remember, my parents always had a video recorder, video player. Here's a question for you, what did you actually used to call it as well? Some people call it a VCR, somebody might call it a VHS player, video player. We just used to call it the video. Do you know what I mean? Get a tape, stick it in the video. Do you know what I mean? If something was on that you wanted to record, you know, stick video and record. We just used to call it the video, even though that the video is the thing that you put inside the player, really, innit? But we just used to know it as the video. So, video player or video. What did you used to call it? Anyway, there's your first question. Get commenting. So yeah, as long as I can remember that my mum and dad always had like a video player in the house. So, yeah. I mean, unless it was something they got when I was like little, like a baby and stuff like that, because I'm not going to remember if they bought it when I was a baby or if I was a toddler, but yeah, as far back as I can remember, we always had a video player in the house. But the video player that we had back then, the earliest video player that I remember anyway, when I was a kid, it was a beast of a machine, an absolute beast of a machine, and it was silver, and it was a top loading machine. So yeah, you know, the eject button, it used to eject it out the top, and then you had to put your cassette in and push it down manually. There was none of this automatic shit. It was like spring loaded, tape in, push it back down. And the remote, it had a remote, but the remote was on a wire. Which was lucky, because they actually did used to give you quite a lot of cord on them remotes, so it did actually used to stretch all the way to the settee, sofa, couch. Again, another one. What do you call it? We're not here. We're not doing the old dialect thing, but whatever. The settee. So yeah, the cord used to actually reach all the way to the settee, so it was a good thing. There was a point to it, but it was, yeah. If you look at it like now from today's standards, then you think, a fucking remote on a wire, what was all that about? But yeah, that's the way we used to live. That's the way it was back in our day. I imagine there's people that older than me now saying, remote on a wire, you were lucky we had to get up and actually press the button on the player. But yeah, remote on a wire. So yeah, video rentals anyway. We would have started like my earliest memories would have been from Ritz Video. So yeah, again, if you're as old as me or older than me, you probably remember Ritz Video. It was one of like the biggest chain kind of stores that did video rentals in the UK until it got bought out. And when it got bought out, it was bought out by Blockbuster Video. So yeah, basically all Blockbuster Videos used to be like, well, I think all Blockbuster Videos. No, let's say that all Ritz Videos became Blockbuster Video. That's the best way to put it, innit? So yeah, wherever there was a Ritz Video store, it eventually became a Blockbuster because they bought them out. But yeah, so my dad used to have a Ritz Video member card anyway. and that was like the earliest memories. But I would have been very, very small. Yeah, very small child back when he was going to Ritz Video. And I remember as soon as it got took over by Blockbuster Video as well, he stopped going there because I think they put the prices up and stuff like that. And yeah, so we ended up going to like an independent one. So the video store, video shop that I used to remember the most was Starlight Video. Of course, like I say, it was an independent thing. It weren't a chain or anything like that. But what it was part of, well, it was like on the side of a quick save. Can anybody remember quick save? So yeah, if you live in Britain, in the UK, England, whatever, you might remember quick save. Yeah, it was like a supermarket, mini market kind of thing. No, not a mini market. I would say it was a proper supermarket. But yeah, every Friday we used to get videos out. Like rent some videos out because my mum would do the big shop, the big food shop on a Friday night after work. We would go to my grandma's house after school, and then my mum would come from work, pick us up from my grandma's house, and her and my grandma would go shopping. Obviously we'd tag along, and then at the end of it we could go to Starlight Video, which was on the side of Quick Save. So yeah, that was the good thing about going shopping on a Friday night, is that we used to go to the video store after, and you could actually get into the video store via like Quick Save. So you could either like enter through the front, or you could go into Quick Save, and then when you got your shopping, you come out the tools, you could actually go through a side entrance into it that way as well. So yeah, quite a convenient little place that was, and it was a big store as well. It was quite, like I say, it was a big built-on thing. In later years, I think they changed it and it became a Motor World. I think it became something else after that as well, or before that. But yeah, I remember it being Quick Save and then Motor World on this side of it at one point after Starlight Video closed. But yeah, Starlight Video as well. My friend at school, well, I say he was a friend. He was somebody I knew from school, and his name was called Sam Sturdy. So if you're watching, Sam, hello. But yeah, Sam Sturdy, who used to go to my school, his mum was actually the manager of Starlight Video. So yeah, she used to like hold things for it. So like, yeah, if like a new release came out or something like that, and because they used to be hard to get, because back in our day when you used to rent videos and stuff like that, that was like one of the like mysteries, not mysteries, is that the right word? You know what I'm like with words. But one of the things that you didn't know is whether you like was going to be guaranteed to get the new release or not, because you could go in, they only had so many copies, and if the film you wanted wasn't there, then that's it, you were shit out of luck. You had to wait or get something else, do you know what I mean? But because she was the manager there, and like I say, because he went to my school, when a new thing came out, if you used to tell her like the week before it came out, she would put like a copy under the counter for you as well. Bit sneaky, bit devious, but you know, perks of knowing people, innit? It's not what you know, it's who you know, as they say. So yeah, Starlight Video, yeah, we used to, I would say we used that. That was our main video store from the 80s till about the mid-90s. I'm going to say around about 1988, and I want to say that it lasted until about 1996, that store, because I know it lasted until at least 1995, because one of the videos I remember hiring out from there was Mortal Kombat. That was one of the last videos I hired out from there. So yeah, and that came out in 1995. So I want to say that it went on till about 1996. So yeah, one of the great things about Starlight Video as well is that the videos was on offer. So you used to get 3 videos for the price of 2, which was always good. And you could have them from Friday to Monday. So you hired them out on Friday. You didn't have to return them for the whole weekend. You had the whole weekend. You could return them on Monday, which was good. I don't know if other rental places used to do it for longer than that, but it was normally like a weekend or 2 or 3 days, weren't it? So yeah, Friday to Monday, 3 videos for the price of 2, which was great, because the way it used to work out was with the 3 video deal, my parents could get a video for themselves, which was probably like an age rated one, which me and my sister never got to watch. Then obviously my sister's a bit older than me, so she'd get a video out for her, and then obviously I could get a video out for me. So it worked out really good, because one video for me, one video for my sister, and one video for my parents to watch as well. But yeah, obviously as time went on and we grew up, then it did get to the point where I was just using that offer to get 3 videos for myself. Do you know what I mean? I'd often come back on a Friday night with just 3 or maybe 2. Maybe my parents would get 1 and then I'd get 2. Basically, I'd get my sister's video as well, like my sister's share when she stopped going, kind of thing. So yeah, it worked out really good. Anyway, like I said, it was an added perk that Sam's mum used to like manage the store, so we used to get some really good like new videos held back for us. So yeah, I've wrote down some of the titles that I remember, like specifically remember, that was held back for me. So in no particular order, but just the way I'd remembered them and wrote them down. So Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey. Yeah, I remember asking for this to be held back because I watched Excellent Adventure. That was one of the ones that I rented out, but I rented it out quite late. I didn't get it like when it was new. It had been in the store for quite a long time. I saw it, and the reason why I hired it out is because I think I saw the cartoon of it. I used to like the Bill and Ted cartoon. Oh no, what was the cartoon after Bogus Journey actually? I can't remember now. Something got me into Bill and Ted anyway, and I watched Excellent Adventure. It could have been my cousin actually going on about it, but I seem to remember that. I'm sure the cartoon, I'm going to have to Wikipedia it now or something like that just to see what came out first, but I'm sure it was the cartoon that got me into Bill and Ted. So yeah, I watched Excellent Adventure, and then I knew that the Bogus Journey was coming out, so obviously that was one of them that got held back for me. So I got it. Terminator 2, come on. Everybody was buzzing about that coming out on video. Obviously we was too young, we was at school, you know what I mean? When was that, 91, 92 it came out? We was far too young to watch it in cinema, so we was buzzing when that was going to come out. Terminator, it's coming out, make sure you got a copy. Of course, Sam Sturdy's mum put one behind the counter for us. I got to watch that. As soon as it was on video, I got to watch that. Oh, here's one. Best of the Best 2. Can you remember Best of the Best? I really like that film. It's got Eric Roberts in, you know, Julia Roberts' brother. Yeah, is he in a lot of stuff now? I think the last thing that I remember seeing Eric Roberts in was The Dark Knight. I think he plays Maroni or something like that in The Dark Knight, one of the gangsters, one of the mafia type people. But yeah, Best of the Best, it's like about these fighters, and they train to fight in a tournament in Korea or something like that. So yeah, when I found out there was a sequel coming out to it, Best of the Best 2, that got held back. Super Mario Brothers the movie, you know, with Bob Hoskins. Another one, total letdown of a film that was, but I kind of enjoyed that as a kid. But it was utter shit really, weren't it? It had little to do with the game really. I mean, I kind of appreciate it now I'm older of what they was trying to do with it, trying to bring it into a movie world, but it was a bit pish, weren't it? A bit pish, that. Demolition Man, that was another one that got held back for me. Absolute classic, one of Stallone's best in my opinion. Naked Gun, 33 and a third. Now you see, the Naked Gun and Naked Gun 2.5, they was videos that I used to hire out quite a lot. So of course when 33 and a third came out, it was a no-brainer that was one that I wanted holding back for me. But yeah, I don't think 33 and a third was as good as the first two. Speed, Keanu Reeves, there's a bomb on the bus. What are you gonna do, Jack? What are you gonna do? Absolute classic action film. That was on Film 4 the other day actually. It was one of those where you turn on and you catch the start of it and you end up watching the whole movie all the way through. Love Speed. Gonna have to get that on Blu-ray actually. If there's a steelbook of that, I might have to get a steelbook Blu-ray of it. And another one, here's a classic one that I remember getting held back from me, and I think it was a film that I enjoyed at the time, but I've not seen it since actually, so it might be shit, and it might still be good, I don't know. But it was a Wesley Snipes film called Drop Zone. Yeah, he's like an undercover policeman or something like that, and he goes undercover with these like people that parachute into, I can't remember what they're doing now, it's been a long time since I've seen Drop Zone, but it's something to do with like, he infiltrates this crew or something. It's a bit like Point Break, really. I think it's got like a kind of Point Break thing where he has to like infiltrate these people that rob places, but they skydiving or something like that. I can't remember what it is, but yeah, Drop Zone, Wesley Snipes. I remember getting that about, which is really, really weird. So yeah, other things that really stuck out to me that still like that I really used to love about a Starlight video as well, and that was the standee. They used to have a critters standee in there, and it was a big critters, and when it used to be like, I think it like held the VHS, or there was like a little shelf that you could that had the critters movies on it, and I would love one of them. You know, if I ever had if I ever bought a bigger place or something like that, and I had another room, I've always said that I'd make it into a movie room, and I'd love to get my hands on one of those critters standees that used to hold it was like full size critter, like life size critter, should I say, and yeah, you used to display the video on it. I'd love that if I ever got it. But I always remember that they had that in there for years, way after that movie came out. It was still in there, but it was brilliant because you don't really get shit like that anymore, do you? When you used to go to a video store as well, I don't know if you was like me, but there was certain videos that for some reason you would rent time and time again. So yeah, and some of those movies, again, I've wrote down of some of the movies that I always used to rent like multiple times that I'd always get out. And the first one was Mighty Ducks. Do you remember Mighty Ducks with Emilio Estevez? And it's about like the like kind of youth or juniors ice hockey team. He has to do like, I think it's something to do with again, it's been a long time since I've seen this. I might look for this actually because I think it's on Netflix. But I used to love it back in the day. I think it's something like he gets community service or something like that, and they tell him to do some coaching or something of like I say, a juniors kind of NHL team, and he puts together like the Mighty Ducks. Yeah, classic kind of family feel good, just one of those kind of like classic feel good movies of the 90s. Love Mighty Ducks. I like the sequels as well, but like I say, I haven't seen them for years, so I might have to re-watch them. But they're cheesy as hell now. Aliens, great, loved Aliens. Do you know what? When I first saw Aliens, I didn't even realise that it was a sequel to Alien. So yeah, that was my cousin's fault as well. He got me onto Alien. He said, "Have you seen Aliens?" I was like, "No, never heard of it." He's like, "You got to watch it." And he kept on going on about the Space Marines and stuff like that. And the way he told it to me, it just made it sound so exciting. And I was just like, "You're joking." And it was like, no, it's kind of like sci-fi horror, but it's got Space Marines in it, and they got big guns, and it was just sounded amazing. So yeah, and then I hired it out, and absolutely loved it. I mean, Aliens is classic, innit? Aliens is absolutely amazing. But like I said, I didn't know it was a sequel for many, many years later. But yeah, absolutely brilliant. Another one, Highlander. Christopher Lambert, or Christophe Lambert, I think that's how you say his name in his native language. Christophe Lambert, because he's French, isn't he? He is French, isn't he? Trying to do a Scottish accent, which a lot of people give him stick for his Highlander accent as well, but I don't think he was too bad at doing his Scottish accent. I've heard worse Scottish accents from people from the UK doing it, so I'll give him some credit. Do you know what I mean? Because he wasn't a fluent English speaker back then, I don't think either. So I'm going to give Christopher Lambert some credit for that accent, whereas he don't normally get it. But Highlander is a classic, you know, that Queen soundtrack, Princes of the Universe, Born to be kings, we're princes of the universe. Yow! Classic film, classic soundtrack. If you've never seen Highlander, something wrong with you. Go watch it. There can only be one. We don't talk about Highlanders here, okay? And another one that I always used to hire out was Double Impact, Jean-Claude Van Damme, where he plays his own twin, which I thought was amazing back in the day. I just thought that 2 Van Dammes in the same film? What's this? What's this sorcery? Do you know what I mean? 2 of them. I mean, if you watch it back now though, you can kind of tell that, you know, like where they filmed it, you can kind of tell that one's spliced in. You can kind of tell, like, with the effects, which one's spliced in and which one's on film, if you know what I mean, which one's... But yeah, back then I just thought that was amazing. It was 2 Van Dammes on screen. Perfect. Because I love Van Damme films. What other memories do I have? Oh, another memory that I have was... we had this massive snowstorm one year, and it would have been around about 1990 or something like that. And yeah, we were snowed in, and it was so bad that all the power went down. I think we was without power. It was like a complete like blackout across the estate and neighbouring estates and stuff like that. Nobody was getting to work, nobody was getting to school or anything like that. This was proper snow. Do you know when we used to get proper snow back in the day? Not now, where you have like a couple of inches and the whole world stands still in Britain. It's like we just don't cope with snow for some reason in this country now. This was a proper, like, nobody was going nowhere. There was no power. Your TV was out. Do you know what I mean? You was literally candles cooking things on a gas stove. Do you know what I mean? If you had an electric stove, you were shit out of luck. But yeah. And I can remember the power came back on after, like I say, I think it was about the 3rd day, we finally got some power back. And I can remember my dad, because you couldn't get the car right, he walked all the way to the video store, which was all the way to Starlight Video, which was a fair trek from our house. I mean, it was only like a 5-minute drive, but it was a good, probably a half an hour walk. And in the snow as well, it was probably even longer. Everything takes you longer to get to if you're walking in thick snow, don't it? And I can remember he came back with some videos and stuff like that, because I think the TV signal was still out. I think that's why he said, I'm going to go get some videos so we've got something to like do something for entertainment, like, because I think we managed to get the radio back on, but I think the TV signal was still out or something like that. So he went to the video store, and one of the videos that he came back with was the 1989 Batman, Tim Burton film, you know, Michael Keaton as the Batman. Amazing film. That film blew me away when I first saw it. Absolutely amazing film. Still love it. Still love the original Batman. Probably going to upset a lot of folk now, but yeah, people that I talk to, like a small group of friends that I talk to on YouTube, of my good friends, probably know what's coming, and that was Batman Returns. I don't like Batman Returns. Sorry, I know, I can hear people booing and hissing, saying what's going on. The only thing I like really about Batman Returns was Michelle Pfeiffer's Catwoman. I think that was a perfect performance from her, but I never really liked it. Never really liked any of the Batman sequels until they rebooted it with the Nolan franchise and stuff. So yeah, but the first Batman, 1989, Jack Nicholson as the Joker, brilliant Batman film. Loved it. But yeah, I always remember that my dad trekking out in that big snowstorm that we had. So yeah, that was kind of it. They're kind of my memories of Starlight Video. After that, we moved, what I call the big move of 2000. In the year 2000, we moved from what I call our family home into a new home. And then it was like the DVD kind of era, weren't it, around 2000. And when we moved, I used to rent out DVDs from the local newsagents, which was literally just up the road from where we lived. But yeah, that was only there for about a year or so, and then it became a hairdresser's. In fact, I went on, prior to making this video, I went on Google Street View to show you it. So yeah, you should be looking at some picture, or a picture now, of what used to be the video store, like the newsagent's video store that I used to hire DVDs from in about 2001, 2002-ish. So yeah, that got turned into a hair salon, which the hair salon that you're looking at now as well wasn't the original hair salon. It became a hair salon before that, and then it changed names, and now it's Salou. That's still there. That's what it actually is now as well. So that's still there. Yeah, and then after that, I didn't really do much video hiring after that. It was kind of just, you just used to buy it, or you'd watch it on Sky or NTL. Did anybody have NTL before it became Virgin Media and stuff like that? So yeah, I mean, the kind of rental age kind of died out, but I did have a few rentals from Blockbuster in the later days, just not long before it closed really. In fact, again, I'll put some pictures up. I'll show you that my local Blockbuster video, when it shut down, it became like an oak furniture store. I think it was called Into Wood or Living with Wood or something like that it was called, but it sold like wood furniture, oak furniture and stuff like that. And yeah, like I say, again, I'll get it up on Street View and show it to you, but that's what it turned into. But this is what it is now. And again, if I put the picture up, what you should be seeing is now it is a restaurant. It's like a fish and chip restaurant called Mario's. So yeah, I've got that up on Street View for you so you can see it. So it's transferred. It's the same store. It was in Living with Wood or something like that, and it went to Mario's. But the picture that I'm about to show you now, again, is the same one, but this is during like, because if you've seen on the Into Wood, or what is it, Living with Wood or something like that, if you look on the window, you will see that it's got a sign saying that the store's relocating. So that store is still in the same kind of place, but it's just relocated round the back to like a different kind of premises now. But when it was relocating and before it got turned into Mario's, when they took the signs down, the original Blockbuster video signs were still under it. So yeah, you should be looking at a picture now of that I took on my phone of when they took the signs down, and the original Blockbuster video signs was still underneath it. But it looks really weird because it still says Living with Wood and stuff like that on the side, on the windows, but yeah, it's got Blockbuster signage up and stuff like that. So yeah, there you go, that's that, innit? Another thing we've lost on the high streets is Blockbuster. But yeah, that's basically it really. That's my memories of the video store. Hope I haven't rambled on too much, and thanks for sticking with it if this turns out to be a long video. And yeah, let me know what your memories of the video store is. What did you go to Blockbuster? Did you use a Blockbuster a lot? Because for me, Blockbuster wasn't really a big thing until it was nearly shut down. I mean, I used to go there more for games. Do you know when they had the bargain bins full of like PlayStation 2 games and stuff like that, and PlayStation 1 games and stuff like that, that kind of era and stuff like that. Yeah, I never really used to iron much out from there. Like I say, I have done, but not much. It was sad to see it go, but my memories are more video game related when it comes to Blockbuster than they are actual videos. Yeah, so let me know, what is your video store memories? What was the name of your video store if it was an independent? What was some of the movies that you remember like being excited for coming out and then getting them as soon as they hit video and stuff like that? Let me know, comments below, and I'll see you in the next video. See you later.